This is what I mean by getting gross donations. This is an encyclopedia set, and look at how grody and nasty it is. It's got cobwebs and dust. These boxes have definitely been in storage somewhere for quite a while. It's not worth it to me to go through these, clean them up, and sell them, even if it's a complete set. Encyclopedia Britannica. So unfortunately you get stuff like this and the box is all gross. Look. That one down there as well. So it happens when you get books for free. People will leave you stuff that's pretty bad shape. You can ask people ahead of time. You can make it clear, I only accept good condition books. So yeah. I wouldn't donate books in this condition. I would throw them out. Or I would clean them up. Good afternoon. Late afternoon. Almost evening here in Southern California. This Friday, I believe, March 28th, 2025. I'm Andrew 510 Books. I'm leaving the store shortly. Closed it up. And it's time to go. I got through a lot of inventory, donated and purchased inventory today. So that was really awesome. I was able to finally really dig deep into that. And there's not too much left. All I have left. So all of these boxes are VHS tapes that I'm not going to be able to use. And this is what's left, which is still a decent amount. But most of it is books. There are a few small boxes of cassette tapes. And there's a couple boxes of records, but I already saw generally what the records are. So I'm probably not going to be using. I don't know if I'll use any of them, honestly. You can see there's some really old records in there that I just don't deal with. Probably the shellac ones, which came out before the vinyl records. That if you drop, they shatter, that kind of thing from way back. So I'm really glad. I was really trying to get through it all today, but we'll see tomorrow if I can come in early enough to get through the rest of this. I just don't want to leave it out, but I know it's probably not that big of a deal. Because I'm not going to be able to open the store tomorrow. Anyway, I have someone coming in to cover for me for a few hours, and then I'll be in the store. But I did find some cool VHS tapes that will eventually go into the store. Ones that I haven't come across before. Some classic movies, that kind of thing. This I've never seen before. Them. Is it black and white? Sci-fi. Richard Pryor, The Greased Lightning. That just looks cool. La Bamba. Home Alone 2. And also I looked these up. Cujo, which is a really cool find. The movie based on the Stephen King book. This is from the 80s, like a horror movie about this dog that goes crazy and starts killing everybody. What do you call it? Never had this one before. But I looked these up on eBay, and definitely they're selling most of them. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Breakfast Club. Turns out there's not very many copies on eBay. There's only like 4. I saw a bunch of high prices, but then I saw some lower ones. So I'm just going to sell it for $5 in the store. We'll see. Romancing the Stone, classic movie. Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones. This is cool. The Land That Time Forgot, Edgar Rice Burroughs. So, whoops. That's a cool one. This one is pretty cool that I found. Godzilla vs. Megalon. Fast and Furious on VHS. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first and the second one on VHS, which is a cool find. Jurassic Park 3, E.T. This is the green one. There are certain ones that were released that have the green. The VHS tape is partially green. Mr. Mom and Flubber. These are all ones that are being purchased on eBay, with some more often than others. But there is some nice sales history between all of them, and I still have to go through this last. Actually, there might be another box, but I still have to go through these. I'm already seeing that the Disney ones are probably no good. But kids stuff, you never know when it comes to kids kids programming. There's something like I see a Barney. I don't know if that's anything worth anything. But when I see Barney tapes, other stuff like that, definitely gonna look them up. Definitely, because you just never know. I've sold so many valuable VHS tapes in general, but also kids programming on VHS tape in VHS format has been really good. So I always look to those for sure. Keep that in mind. Not all of them. You just got to figure out which ones are worth it, which ones are not. I also got some books that I went through. I'm gonna put on eBay. Added some more books for my back stock here at the store, and I'm starting to compile some for my second bookstore. So I've been able to free up some space and get through a lot of inventory. Definitely did a lot of standing today, going through all the inventory, moving everything around. There was a lot of books that just I couldn't do anything with, including that encyclopedia set. Even when you look it up, even complete, it's not worth it. There were too many that were produced. There's not a demand. There are some encyclopedia sets that you'd be surprised if they're complete. People will still buy them for good money. I have sold a fair amount of them, and it can be worth it, especially when you price to move the set quickly. It can be some decent money. So yeah, today was much better than yesterday in the store here. If you remember, I was talking about how yesterday was so slow between eBay and between from Wednesday to Thursday. But I had 3 eBay sales. I didn't share it with you between yesterday and today, so the eBay sales improved. And then today I had a decent amount of customers come in. A mixture of people that came in, didn't buy anything, and then people that actually bought some stuff. So today was a good day in the store. That's always great. I did sell those. If you remember what great courses are, they're educational courses typically taught by professors, college professors, on all different types of topics, from science to math to religion to history, all kinds of things. And they're usually DVDs, but there's also some CDs, and I had a bunch of them that I pulled out of the Gaylords. If you remember, I had 3 Gaylords here, mixed media. There's always seems to be those great courses in there. And so I'd put a lot together. It hadn't sold. I found a bunch more, put them all together. There were 38 of them, most of them DVDs. There was a handful of CDs, like 4 or 5 of the sets were CDs, and ended up getting an offer. I had it listed for pretty high, like $89.99. I was offered $50 plus shipping. I took it, shipped it out this morning. Happy to do it. That's another example of something you can put together as a lot. And if you take offers and you don't make your price too high, you can sell it pretty quickly. I only had like 17 or 18 of them, 19 of them. And the first time I put it up, and I think I had the price too high. But when I get 38 up there, it ended up being sort of the sweet spot for that type of thing. So that was good. Sold a lot of Blu-ray and some 4K today. That's been good. Some other people bought some DVDs. So it's always different from day to day as to what people buy. Also, some people bought some books. So it's a variety of sales today, a variety of different media that's sold today. Overall, I sell more CDs, records, and movies, whether it's DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K. All of those, I sell more of that than I do of books in general. But it's kind of unfair to compare the 3, the 3 different types, or music and movies. All of that. I have so many more CDs, records, and DVDs, and Blu-rays, etc., than I do of books. So it's a little unfair, but at the same time, just to kind of get an idea. It depends on where you have your store. It depends on how you're pricing. It depends on what you're selling. Are you selling what people are buying locally? Are you focusing on a certain niche? That's always good. If you have only romance novels, if you have only history, I don't know, whatever it is, a local history, that kind of stuff, then that could work too. But I have all kinds. So yeah, today was good. We'll see what happens tomorrow, and I will see you in the next video. And don't forget about VHS tapes, because there can be some really good ones. Take care.